Welcome back to episode 3 of the Ripley Boys Radio Podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about a little golf action, which is currently underway right now in Honolulu. Benny, take it away.
So last Hawaii these past 2 weeks, the PGA has been spending all their first month of the new season in Hawaii with the Century and the Sony Open. And at Century, this was last week, Morikawa, I wouldn't say he choked. He shot 1 under on the day, which I wouldn't say is crazy bad, but it just wasn't enough to get the job done. And John Rahm, he shot 10 under on the final day, which was a great run, which is a great round to get a come out of nowhere win. I mean, nobody was expecting John Rahm to win that tournament going into Sunday. And I mean, if you shoot 10 under any day, you're going to win, especially on a Sunday, you're going to win the tournament.
Yep.
Right now, some of the leaders at the Sony Open, which is going on this week, Jordan Spieth and Chris Kirk are tied for first. Both of them are finished. And people down towards the bottom, I mean, a lot of these guys aren't finished with their round because, I mean, it's 6 hours. Through 10, Cook is 1 under. Sungjae Im is 1 under through 11, so not great for him. There's a lot of people in this field. And Hideki Matsuyama through 10 is 2 under. So there isn't a lot of bad golf played. I mean, 6 under on the first day as your leader, that's not bad golf. I mean, it isn't better than what it was at Century. I mean, Morikawa shot 9 under on the first day, but I believe it's a harder course.
Yep, and I believe so too. And to follow up on that Century tournament, Morikawa's you gotta find a way to pull that off. And, at the end of the day, he couldn't get it done. And, John Rahm is a winner, and he showed it last week, coming up and shooting 10 under on Sunday. And like you said, shooting 10 under on Sunday, you got a real good chance to, win it. Considering you passed all the cuts, shooting 10 under on Sunday is very good. And, Morikawa, I don't know how you blow that, but, all credit to John Rahm. He's a fantastic golfer. And, for what's going on right now over at the Sony Open, the leaders, the odds leaders before this started, we had Tom Kim, Sungjae Im, Jordan Spieth, Brian Hartman, and Matsuyama. Now, Spieth is, like Benny said, tied for first. M is currently sitting 1 under. I think he's through 14 or 15 now. But my sleeper for this one, thought it had some good value. Kai Young-hoon Lee, he's shooting right now, but currently, he started out really well, but currently, he started out, let's see, let me pull it up.
I mean, he's shooting 2 under through 12. So, I mean, he can finish the day at 4 under. I mean, being only 2 strokes back.
Well,
at the end of the first day, I mean,
he started 4 under. He was 4 under through 9. And, he turns around, plays the back and starts to play the front 9, started on the back 9, turns around and plays the front 9, pars the first hole, and then next 3 are bogeys. So he's getting ready for his 5th hole now. But, I thought this season he's got a greens in regulation. He's hitting greens in regulation at 77.22%, which ranks 4th in the PGA Tour. And, telling me he was going to start off shooting 4 under through 9 today, I would have taken plus 2,900 all day long. But, came now, he's coming through on that front 9, he's 4 through on the front 9 and he's 3 over. So, coming back to reality here, he's got to really pick it up. Not really following the live feed right now, but he's on the fifth hole. Something's got to get going here. He's got to get at least. I think he's got to finish today at least 2 under. Get a birdie back, get a stroke back, and get ready for tomorrow, because I think Jordan Spieth might be running away with this one.
He's definitely starting to, and like at Century last week, there was a lot of talk surrounding Will Zalatoris. He hurt his back last year and didn't play in a lot of the matches. And he comes back, and he honestly plays very well for just coming right off a back injury. And his swings were probably limited. I mean, he shoots 20 under on the tournament and finishes in 11th. I mean, that's some good golf coming back. I mean, that's very promising for him. Last year there was a lot of struggle. I mean, he'd get so close to winning, and he just never did until the end of the season. And that putter, a lot of people talk about when he uses his putter and the backstroke on the putter, it's kind of wobbly. And if he can figure out his putting, he's going to be 10 times better than he is right now. Will Zalatoris is a good golfer. And I think come around FedEx Cup time and come around September, I mean, he could be one of the top guys to win. I mean, he could be competing with, your Scotty Schefflers, your Rorys. And I mean, he could have this year, but he hurt his back. But Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, I think the future's bright for Will, and he's a very young kid, and he's got a lot of time to develop. And at the end of the day, golf is you don't get good overnight. So I mean, it's a very long game to develop, and I think he's playing fantastic right now. Once he gets that injury fixed up, getting back out on the course and getting everything back rolling right. I mean, coming back from a back injury in golf is definitely going to be tough to overcome, but he's young. He's got a lot of game left, I think. So, he can be that top 10 golfer in the world, in my opinion.
I agree. And Scotty Scheffler, another guy that I said that he would compete with. I mean, he shot 21 under and he got 7th. I mean, that's a pretty good start. I mean, he was a great golfer. I mean, he won the Masters last year. I mean, that's tough. And I mean, Scotty Scheffler, in my opinion, is probably the best golfer on the tour right now. And I think he's going to have another really good year. And now talking about the Masters, we could talk about Live Golf and the whole complaints going around with them and the whole lawsuits about them playing at the Masters, but we're not going to get into that. But no. I mean, the field for the Masters, I mean, a lot of guys like your Cameron Smith and a lot of good golfers went to Live, Bryson DeChambeau. So if they're not in it, I mean, this is a great time for Scotty Scheffler to say, "Hey, I can run away with this," and I think he could win back to back. I don't see what's stopping him.
Yep, I agree.
At least right now, a lot of things can change before April. But
all right, I think that'll do it for our golf episode here. Let me know if you like the golf episode. Myself, not a huge wisdom speaker on the game of golf, but Benny knows his stuff, so he does most of the talking for the golf. Let us know what you think, and have a good weekend.